Disney just slapped $1.6 billion on the table to yank WrestleMania, SummerSlam, the Royal Rumble, and every other WWE premium spectacle away from Peacock and plant them on ESPN's brand new streaming service. It's a 5-year, $325 million a year slam that rewires the sports rights map overnight and signals Disney's hunger for must-watch live events. The news landed like a steel chair to the back, jolting both Wall Street and the fandom in equal measure. Analysts scrambled to recalculate revenue models, while fans scrambled to figure out which app they needed next. If you think the sticker shock is wild, wait until you see how this single deal reshapes UFC negotiations, rattles Peacock's future, and hikes your monthly bill. Disney isn't just buying content, it's buying a passionate, merch-hungry audience on the eve of NFL and NBA renewals. In one punch, the Mouse House proved live sports still trump algorithm-driven originals when it comes to retaining subscribers. And yes, this might be the move that forces every other streamer to pick a fight or pick a lane. The package covers all 12-plus premium live events, the nights that used to be $60 pay-per-views, plus every kickoff pre-show, press conference feed, and shoulder dock WWE can crank out. Weekly programming is untouched. Raw heads to Netflix in 2026, SmackDown sticks with USA for now, NXT is on the CW, and syndicated classics still pepper Fox's weekend lineup. That means ESPN paid nearly 80% more than Peacock's old fee for the big-ticket nights alone, gambling that fans care more about the blow-off matches than the weekly build-up. Disney's calculus is clear. Exclusive tentpoles drive signups, and highlight clips will funnel casuals back to ESPN's linear channels. By isolating the crown jewels, ESPN turns each mega event into a subscription deadline. You either sign up for the Royal Rumble or you miss the first surprise entrant. It also frees WWE to let multiple partners promote the same storylines, creating year-round chatter across different platforms. That fragmentation might look messy, but it widens the funnel of potential newcomers who stumble onto the product. And every platform in that funnel ends up advertising Disney's $29.99 gateway. When ESPN's All-In Sports app launches August 21st, 2025 at $29.99 a month, subscribers will unlock 7 linear ESPN channels, ESPN on ABC simulcast, and now every WWE premium night, no extra PPV surcharge. Disney is selling it as the sports world's one-stop pass, a direct counterpunch to Prime Video's NFL slate, DAZN's Fight Library, and Peacock's Soccer Playground. Internally, Execs say WWE gives the service a global, multi-generational fan base on day one, boosting retention ahead of pricey NFL and NBA renewals. Financial analysts note the price point lands halfway between UFC's $79.99 PPVs and Apple's $12.99 MLS package, framing it as a sweet spot subscription rather than a luxury splurge. But the economics only click if another mega fandom joins the bundle soon. Think UFC staying on board or the NBA carving out select games. Disney is betting that bundling breadth beats a la carte fatigue. Consumers will decide if that math feels fair. Early projections suggest ESPN needs roughly 6 million monthly subs to break even, a figure WWE's big event cadence could materially boost. Yet every added rights deal nudges the sticker higher, risking the same subscription creep consumers already complain about. In short, the bundle is Disney's boldest experiment since Disney+, and its success may hinge on whether wrestling fans are willing to suplex their wallets all over again. From WWE's angle, the reasons line up like dominoes. An 80% revenue jump, ESPN's promotional megaphone, and cross-marketing with UFC under the shared TKO umbrella, all without sacrificing weekly distribution variety. ESPN can plaster Roman Reigns promos next to NFL highlights, sliding WWE into mainstream sports discussions instead of niche entertainment columns. Peacock, meanwhile, is redirecting cash to the Olympics, chasing an NBA slice, and trimming originals, leaving little budget to outbid Disney on spectacle rights. Comcast insiders admit WWE drove strong weekend spikes, but never anchored weekday engagement, making the math harder to defend in board meetings. For TKO, the ESPN badge also opens every sports bar in America, broadening casual reach without extra spend. Plus, Disney's international muscle hints at future territorial carve-outs, letting WWE leverage regional ESPN partners for localized PPV-style events. Losing Peacock hurts nostalgia-driven binge viewers, but TKO can still license that library piecemeal and keep vintage content generating incremental revenue. Simply put, Peacock didn't lose the bid, it lost the appetite, and TKO seized the moment to level up. Barely an hour after the press release dropped, TKO CEO Ari Emanuel told investors that UFC's next rights cycle will explore multiple platform opportunities, a not-so-subtle shot across ESPN's bow. Industry chatter now predicts a hybrid model. ESPN retains premium pay-per-views while Amazon, Netflix, or even YouTube score Fight Night cards or Contender Series events. That split rights structure lets TKO monetize volume without cannibalizing high ARPU PPVs, essentially reinventing the pay TV bundle across streaming silos. Rivals already smell blood. Amazon wants year-round Thursday content to bridge NFL seasons, Netflix craves live appointment viewing, and Apple has idle production trucks post-MLS weekends. By floating the WWE number in every negotiation, Emmanuel sets a valuation floor. No one can lowball MMA when scripted wrestling just commanded $325 million a year. The ripple widens. Boxing promoters are revisiting price tags, Formula One whispers about a Netflix sprint race package, and even NHL agents are dreaming bigger. In other words, one wrestling deal just reset the combat sports thermostat, and every rights owner is feeling the heat. Pat McAfee used the WWE ESPN bombshell to flex both pom-poms and pipe bombs. He congratulated two powerhouses coming together on X, then drop-kicked what he called ESPN's mid-level powerless bum-ass suits for leaking numbers and muddying progress, a not-so-subtle echo of his long feud with ex-executive Norby Williamson. McAfee warned that any dinosaurs guarding desks in Bristol who try to sabotage the deal through anonymous leaks will be outlived by a partnership he insists will turbocharge ESPN's future, even if it means reshaping the network over their objections. Broker notes hit inboxes minutes after the announcement. UBS, Wolf, and Guggenheim boosted TKO price targets to the $190 to $200 range, touting untapped monetization vectors and proof-of-concept synergy. Shares jumped at the open, dipped as short-term traders cashed out, and still closed above the 30-day average, confirming long-view optimism. Analysts see the ESPN cash as fuel for global live event expansion. Think stadium shows in emerging markets and bundled UFC festival weekends. Disney's spend also validates the flywheel IP thesis. Own evergreen storylines, layer sports science, and spin merchandise, betting, and live gates around them. UBS predicts incremental licensing, fan token deals, Roblox experiences, even an eventual metaverse combat arena skin could lift EBITDA another 10%. Meanwhile, credit desks report TKO's bond spreads tightening, a signal lenders view the new revenue stream as durable. The market hasn't felt this bullish on wrestling since the Attitude Era. And back then, nobody was writing billion-dollar checks. Come 2026, every WrestleMania, Rumble, and SummerSlam streams day and date on ESPN's app, with at least 4 events simulcast on ESPN's cable flagships for casual channel surfers. Hardcore viewers, though, will juggle subscriptions like finishing moves. ESPN for the monthly blow-offs, Netflix for Monday Raw, USA for Friday SmackDown, CW for NXT, and perhaps fast channels for classic matches. That stack quickly blows past the old $9.99 WWE Network era, testing how much wallet share fandom truly commands. ESPN counters that $129.99 fee still undercuts last decade's $59.99 PPV model, but cost-sensitive viewers may disagree when they add Netflix's $15.49 and cable's $40 skinny bundle. Some analysts warn of subscription fatigue, yet others note wrestling fans historically pay premium for access, evidenced by robust indie service numbers like UTV and Fight Plus. The silver lining, ESPN promises 4K streams, Spanish-language commentary, and multicam angles, making the experience closer to courtside than couchside. Still, if UFC and NBA deals drop into the same bundle, that $29.99 could morph into $34.99 fast, turning suplex season into spreadsheet season for households. And let's face it, when the Undertaker's gong hits, rational budgeting tends to tap out. Disney just locked in a rabid, merch-loving audience months before its next NFL and NBA renegotiations, giving ESPN's shiny new app a guaranteed base layer of subscribers. TKO, in turn, proved that combat sports IP can shatter so-called rights fee recessions, and still command premium valuations in a fragmented market. Analysts call it a masterclass in leverage. Use wrestling to raise the ceiling, then walk UFC into the room and point at the new price tag. Consumers now face a choice. Pay for the best-in-class live bundle or cherry-pick highlights on social and risk spoiler overload. Yet history suggests fans follow storylines wherever they migrate, especially when championships and surprise returns hang in the balance. The unanswered question, at what point does subscription creep push even loyal viewers to the ropes? For Disney and TKO, that moment is still somewhere down the road, hidden beneath dollar signs and entrance pyros. Until then, expect every streamer on the board to study this deal like it's the tape of last year's main event and brace for the next body slam to land squarely on your monthly statement.